Welcome back to Study Sprint. In today's video, we are going to understand equivalent fractions. So what is a fraction? A fraction is part of one whole. So for example, over here we have this circle, and we know that this circle is divided into 6 equal parts, and 2 of those parts are shaded. So how do we write this as a fraction? So in the numerator of the fraction, we'll write the shaded number of parts, which are 2. And in the denominator, we'll write the total number of parts, which are 6. So the fraction would be 2 over 6. What are equivalent fractions? So fractions that have the same value but with different numerators and denominators. So for example, this circle over here is divided into 2 equal parts. However, one of the parts are shaded. So the fraction would be 1 over 2. And we can say that this is equal to this circle, which has 4 equal parts and 2 of them are shaded. So the fraction would be 2 over 4. And this circle is also equal to this circle, which has 8 equal parts and 4 of them are shaded. So the fraction would be 4 over 8. They all represent the same portion of a whole. So all of them represent half of a whole circle. Rules to remember. The first rule is that equivalent fractions can only be made multiplying or dividing both the numerator and denominator by the same number. And secondly, whatever you do to the numerator, you need to do it to the denominator, or whatever you do to the denominator, you need to do the same to the numerator. So finding equivalent fractions. To find equivalent fractions, multiply or divide both the numerator and denominator by the same number. So for example, you can see this pizza over here. This pizza is divided in 2 equal parts and one of the parts are shaded. So the fraction for this pizza could be 1 over 2. So the shaded part comes in the numerator, which is 1, and total parts come in the denominator, which are 2. Now if we multiply both of the numerator and the denominator by 2, that would equal 2 over 4. 1 over 2 and 2 over 4 are equivalent fractions because both of them represent half of the pizza. Our second example for equivalent fraction are these rectangles over here. So if we look at these rectangles, we know that the total number of rectangles are 8 and 4 of them are shaded. So we can say that the fraction is 4 over 8. Now this rectangle over here, these are a total of 4 rectangles and 2 of them are shaded. Now how did we go from 4 over 8 to 2 over 4? Well, we simply divided the numerator and the denominator by 2 to get 2 over 4. And that means that both of them equal the same thing because 4 over 8 and 2 over 4 are equivalent fractions because we have divided the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Okay, so now let's take a look at a few questions. Our first question is, find the values of the letters in the following fractions. 1. 1 over 5 is equals to a over 10. A tip is that think of a number that you can multiply to both the numerator and denominator of the first fraction. If the resulting fraction matches the second fraction, they're equivalent. So now what can you multiply to 5 to give 10? Well, we know that 5 times 2 is 10. So then we will do the same to the numerator. So we'll multiply 1 by 2. So 1 times 2 is equals to 2. So that means that a is equals to 2. Okay, now our next question is 9 over 10 is equals to 81 over 8. So now we have to think that what times 9 will give us 81? Well, 9 times 9 is equal to 81. So that means that we're going to multiply 10 by 9 to give us 8. Remember that we have to multiply and divide the same numbers in both the numerator and the denominator. So 10 times 9 is equal to 90. So 8 is equal to 90. Our last question is, e over 9 is equal to 15 over 27. Now in this case, the letter is in our first fraction. So we're going to look at our next fraction. So notice that the denominator is given in both of the fractions. So 27 is greater than 9. So that means that to get our first fraction, we are dividing from a second fraction. So 27 divided by 3 is 9. That means that we are going to divide 15 by 3 to give E. So 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. That means E is equal to 5. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with others. For more updates, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the notification bell.